In case you couldn't tell from the title, it's going to be a classic review. Yes, I did steal that idea. It's going to be a classic review of not the new Eminem album. Ugh. Marshall Mathers LP. Legendary. Needs no introduction. Detroit rapper Eminem. Big old famous old beard having old white boy with a penchant for writing some pretty darn sick rap verses. Oh my god, he's my favorite rapper ever. Every 40-year-old dad who never grew out of his frosted tips era thinks that Eminem is, the greatest lyricist to ever lyric. There's definitely an argument to be made there, but I'm just here to talk about this particular album. I'm not here to talk about his legend status necessarily, although this is a classic review. The big three of this record, The Way I Am and Stan and also Real Slim Shady. These were the three leading singles in the build-up to this record. And they stand as some of his most well-known, some of his most infamous tracks. Stan being this really intense storytelling track, really like the pinnacle of hip-hop storytelling, or one of the pinnacles at least. Dancing with the Devil exists.
Sippy sip sip.
Oh, jeez. Really isolated beat, super depressing vibe, real depressing vibe on this track. Generous Dido sample as well from her song, Thank You. Awesome climax on this song as well. I just drank a fifth of vodka, dare me to drive. Marshall realizing at the end, oh crap, it was you. You were the guy that crashed the car into the... Can't go wrong with this track. It's just that, it's a tried and true storytelling arc. It's a good song. It deserves all the praise it gets. Good job, Eminem. The song Way I Am, awesome flow on this song. Awesome flow. Awesome like internal rhyme schemes out the wazoo as well. Like, Jesus. Eminem is angry. He's angry. Fierce commentary on his fame and status. That's a big sort of talking point on a lot of this record, but particularly on this track. It's like he's just so... He's fuming. Oh, I can't even take a shit without some little weaselly pimple-faced piece of shit standing outside the cubicle. I think that one line probably sums up all of celebrityhood. Like, I can only imagine, like, that is like if you ask a celebrity, like, how would you sum up being famous? It's like, it's that lyric right there. I mean, yeah, excellent track. Super punchy beats on this track as well, and a really, like, tense piano arpeggio that never resolves, and I actually kind of like that if we're talking about it from, like, a musical aspect, a musical perspective. There's just this, it's just this incessant, like, 3-note little run on the piano that just like is just like there's no release. It's just tension. Bloody solid track. The album opener, Kill You, is kind of like a mission statement for the record. Gives us a taste of some kind of like playful beats, simple and groovy, lots of coarse language, awesome bass line. Again, I have to shout out Dr. Dre and Mel Man for really nailing it on the production end of things. More irreverent lyrics about things that I can't say on camera. Kill You. The song Who Knew is another sort of social commentary about his critics criticizing their criticisms of his content. Going to see a Schwarzenegger movie and it's all this crazy violence happening, and then his parents will turn around and go, oh, it's this bloody rap music, this Eminem stuff that's killing the youth of today. There's just some really cool lyrical portions on this track. It's another excellent track. Oh, there goes the lawnmower. Thanks, Mitch. The song I'm Back has a really funky guitar and bass line. Earworm hook. Some like warbly synth leads that kind of come in like on the hook that just add a lot of color and texture as well. Even more irreverent lyricism. It's not as topical as some of the other tracks here, but it's still totally whacked and zany. And the imagery that Eminem paints on this track is immense, splendid, tremendous. The infamous Real Slim Shady is, well, everyone knows how that one goes. I'm Slim Shady, I'm Real Shady. Super snappy beats, some kind of squelchy bass, and really sour West Coast style lead melodies as well. It's kind of like a demented West Coast vibe, I suppose you could say. And again, more entertaining bars. Need I say more? Lyrical references to Carson Daly and Fred Durst and Britney Spears and celebrity hypocrisy, really, I suppose. Sticky Fingers and RBX are definitely up to the task on the song Remember Me. It's kind of eerie, plodding groove, some horror movie style ambience as well on this track. And it fits the kind of harrowing vibe of the song really well. Just three really personality-laden verses on this track, just one after the other, bar after bar of just like insane imagery. Eminem comes through and delivers a really harrowing set of bars about the Columbine mass shooting. It's pretty f***ed up. But, you know, what can you say? You know, he's a freaking psychopath. Murderous, one would even say. If I'm going to talk about downsides on this record, the song Marshall Mathers is, yeah. I remember always really messing with this song, but I went back to it recently, and Eminem sees himself fit to deliver a kind of ballad. Yes, a ballad he sings on the chorus. Problem is that Eminem is not that great of a singer, especially when he goes into his more weepy or sort of whiny vocal register. Sounds like he's trying to do like some Elliott Smith style indie folk vocalizations, and it doesn't go off that well. It doesn't come across, doesn't translate that well into this hip hop song, into this rap song. And I should probably mention that this song contains some of his most well, as the youth of today would say, problematic lyrics. I think this is a record for the most amount of F words in an entire song. When I listen to songs like this as well, it makes me understand why groups like Glad wanted to cancel him back in the day. Because, yeah, as much as, you know, we can sit here and go, oh, it's just words and it didn't mean what it should mean. Didn't mean that back then. These lyrical references are meant to be sort of jabbing at, in a really nasty way, homosexuality. Yeah, I'll say it. This song is, a little bit homophobic, and it's hard to listen to in the year 2021. And just overall, there's just this really disparate thing of like, you know, the chorus is doing one thing and the verses are doing something totally different. It's not even like the chorus and the verses complement each other or offer sort of a thing to sort of like rub off each other with. Chorus is, ooh, Marshall Mathers, and then the verses are just like full-on braggadocio, oh, freaking boy band. You know what? Maybe there's some irony here that I'm just not really picking up on. Look, still overall, this album is definitely a classic. Definitely still is pretty insane, and it definitely opened up new avenues for artists to express themselves. Eminem came along and really shook up the status quo. He did. He frightened the establishment and really shook up and sort of recontextualized what it meant to be shocking, what shock value, especially in music, was. This album is, you know, track after track, for the most part, like really solid, really hilarious, psychopathic, super consistent, really colourful, out there hip-hop music. This album still stands as one of his best. It's from probably his best and most fiery and exciting era in his career. Overall, love it. It's a great record. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe and share it around. Definitely share it around. Your friends and family, they need this content. This is exhilarating stuff. I'm shaking up the industry. Holy crap, I'm so bad at finishing videos. Yeah? Good?